DupliColor Mirage. It's a color shifting paint that's available in 5 different colors. We've got a complete kit that has everything you need to do the job correctly. You've got a black base, you've got your color can, and you've got clear coat. Now in order to get this color effect, you have to follow these steps exactly, okay? And here's the look that you get. You can see this motorcycle fender. We sprayed it with the red-blue color, and you can see the color change that you can achieve. Now your first step in applying a Mirage is to put your black base down. I've already gone ahead and sprayed the tank with 2 coats of black primer. Now before you spray your primer down, make sure that you sand. Use it between a 4 and 600 grit sandpaper. Sand it all down to get good mechanical adhesion. Once when you've done the sanding, use your prep rag. This will remove any sanding dust and also any contaminants that may be in the surface. Immediately after using the prep rag, make sure to use a dry rag to pick up any other residue. Once when the solvent from the prep rag is flashed off, at this time, tack down the tank. Want to make sure that you get all dust and any sandy particles out of the tank. Now we've got a nice black base surface to work with here, and we're ready to apply color. Okay, now we're ready to apply color to the tank. Again, we've black based it out. I've hung it up here so we can get around the tank and spray all the different sides. But again, before we spray the color, make sure you tack rag it. Just making sure there's no dust in the surface. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now with Mirage, when you're applying the color coat, make sure that you put about 4 to 6 coats down. The more coats that you put down, the more pronounced the color shift is going to be. Let's do our first coat here. Okay, now that'll cover our first coat. We want to put 3 to 4 more coats down. Again, as we keep putting more coats down, you'll see the color shifting effect become more brilliant. Okay, now we're ready to apply our second coat. Between coats, you want to wait about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, depending on heat and humidity, it may be a little bit longer. But you can see that it's, right now this time it's finger slick, which means I won't be putting any fingerprints in if I wipe my hand across it. So that'll let you know if you're ready for your second coat. Now, since you are applying so many coats, you're leaving yourself the exposure of getting dust in between your coats. So again, making sure that it's finger slick, wipe down with a tack rag. It's very important to do this because again, you're putting so many coats down that you have the chance to get dirt and any kind of particles in it to mess up your finish. Okay, now again, we've already applied 1 coat. We're going to do our second coat here. Okay, that ought to cover our second coat. You can see the effect is becoming a little more pronounced. And again, after we put a few more coats down, you'll see a much more dramatic effect. Okay, now we've sprayed about 6 coats down of the mid-tone, and you can see the great color change effect that you can get. Now we're ready to apply clear. Okay, we finished our project. It looks fantastic. 6 coats of the mid-tone, 2 coats of the clear. Don't forget your base. You see on this fender here, just really nice color change, really nice effect. Let's go back to our gas tank. Now our product is not gasoline resistant, and since these are motorcycle parts, we wanted to spray this with a 2-part catalyzed clear. The reason why I mentioned that, we get a lot of guys calling up asking if they can put a 2-part catalyzed clear over the top, and in fact you can.